Very good morning to all. This is Mr. Suman. Welcome to Suman Education Academy. Hope you all are doing great. So in today's class, I will continue mechanics of materials. One of the important topic, that is bars of varying sections or stepped bars. So generally these bars of varying sections or stepped bars we can use in flywheels in automobiles. So anyway, look at to this given figure now. We have three different sections having different cross-sectional areas and different lengths. But most important thing is here we have the same load for the three sections, which is axial tensile load. So where we need to calculate what are the stresses in these three different sections, strains in these three different sections, and elongations in these three different sections. Then after that, the most important thing, we need to calculate the total elongation in this particular bar. Understand? So look at now, first let me consider the section 1 now. So I'll consider section 1. So let me write here, I am considering first section 1. So in section 1 first we need to calculate stress. So this is the section 1, right? This is the section 1. So where we need to calculate the stress, strain and elongation. So stress, which is denoted by sigma suffix 1, it's because it is section 1, which is equal to the ratio of load to the cross sectional area, right? Load is P and where cross sectional area is A1. And similarly, let us calculate the strain now. Strain, which is E suffix 1 and which is equal to change in length to the virginal length. So change in length, which is delta L1 by virginal length, we have L1 here. Look at to the virginal length here. Clear? And then after that, we need to calculate the elongation. So let us calculate the elongation in section 1. Elongation, which is denoted by delta L1, because we are talking about section 1, then here the elongation is delta L1. So from above equation we can get this one, which is equal to, from above equation, delta L1 is equal to what? E1 into L1. So E suffix 1 into L suffix 1, right? But what is E suffix 1 here? We know that Young's modulus, which is equal to stress to the strain. So talking about section 1, so where stress is sigma 1 and strain is E1, right? So where E1, which is equal to sigma 1 by, that is stress by Young's modulus. So E1, which is equal to delta, we have E1 we need to calculate, okay? E1 which is equal to the sigma 1, which is equal to P by A1, right? So we can write directly here P by A1 into E, right? So therefore delta L1 will be, here you substitute E1 equation, that is P by A1 into E, and here we have into length L1. So therefore we can write here, therefore change in length in section 1, which is equal to P into L1 by A1 into E. So here Young's modulus is also constant, because the three sections which are made up of same material, then Young's modulus will be constant for three sections. So similarly, let us consider now section 2. Consider section 2. So in section 2, now we need to calculate first stress. Same similar procedure we need to follow. Stress, which is denoted by, because it is section 2, it is sigma suffix 2, where which is equal to load by cross sectional area. Then after calculate strain, very simple. Strain, which is E suffix 2, that is change in length by virginal length, delta L2 by L2. And next calculate the elongation. So my dear students, I will write directly here elongation, because already similar procedure we need to follow. So delta L1, which we have got PL1 by A1 E. So it is for section 2, right? Then delta L2, which is equal to PL2 by A2 E, right? We have got the elongation for section 2 also. Then after calculate, now it is the elongation for section 2. And then next section, consider the section 3 now. We have next section, that is 3. So section 3, considering section 3. So section 3, where stress which is denoted by sigma suffix 3, which is equal load to the cross sectional area, where load is P and cross sectional area is A3, because before only I was told you, or just look into the figure where load is constant for 3 sections. Now strain which is equal to that is E suffix 3, which is equal to delta L3 by L3, and elongation which is equal to which is denoted by delta L3, which is equal to P L3 by P into L3 by A3 into Young's modulus, that is capital E. So now we have calculated in every sections stress, strain and elongation, and similarly here in section 2 also stress, strain and elongation, and section 3 also stress, strain and elongation. Now what we need to calculate, the most important thing is a deformation. Now we need to calculate the deformation, that is total deformation. Clear? So therefore total deformation, or we can call it is a total elongation. This is most important. Total elongation, which is here, let me choose some other color, which is denoted by delta L, which is equal to, see here the 3 sections which carries tensile load only. So we can write when 3 sections are having tensile loads, then here it will be delta L1 plus delta L2 plus delta L3. So sum of the 3 individual change in length will give the total elongation, right? So delta L1, which is equal to how much? Look at here, P L1 by A1E, right? So substitute here, P into L1 by A1 into capital E, plus here P into L2 by A2 into E, plus P into L3 by A3 into E, right? So this is the equation, right? And here we can simplify this. So here P by E we can take common, because which are constant for this given figure. Then here L1 by A1 plus L2 by A2 plus L3 by A3, right? So and this, which is the equation for given figure, and where this equation we can use for calculating the total elongation of the given figure. Understand? So similarly, for example, sometimes what he will do, he will give this section 1 is suppose made up of some aluminum, section 2 is some copper, and section 3 is some brass. So the different materials we have, then here the Young's modulus will be changed. So then that means what? If, let me write here, if E1 is not equal to E2 is not equal to E3, that means Young's modulus are different. So therefore the total elongation, that is delta L, will be, P will be common here, L1 by A1 E1 plus L2 by A2 E2 plus L3 by A3 E3. Clear? So here I think it is whether it is visible or not. Once again I will write here. Just give me a minute. Now I will be erasing this. Now here, look at here. I will once again I will write this equation. Delta L, which is equal to P, which is common because constant, L1 by A1 E1 plus L2 by A2 E2 plus L3 by A3 E3. Clear? So this is the equation when Young's modulus are different. This equation is when modulus of elasticity is different. Modulus of elasticity is different. If it is same, then we need to use this equation. Delta L is equal to P by E into L1 by A1 plus L2 by A2 plus L3 by A3. And most important thing is, directly also we can write, because it is the procedure to calculate, to derive the particular derivation for the given figure, right? Where calculating the stresses, strains and elongation individually. And why we need to calculate? Because here cross-sectional areas are different and lengths are different. Maybe the load is constant. So due to this different in cross sections and different in lengths, The stresses, strains, and elongation will be different. And that is the reason for every section we need to calculate the stresses, strains, and elongation. And finally, we need to calculate the total elongation. So thank you very much. We'll see some problems on this particular topic in coming class. Thank you.